so in this video, I want to talk a little bit about the different asset classes that you can invest in, right? So let's start with the first one, which is the stock market. Stock market basically is investing in equity. Equity is a representation of ownership of a company. So if you are buying stock into, for instance, Vodacom, you are going to be owning a piece of Vodacom. So how do you invest in that? Well, you would invest in it by buying stock or shares rather, or you can buy as individuals, or you can buy them in the form of a fund, and that would be in an ETF, which is an exchange traded fund, or in a unit trust. Basically, you're buying ownership of different companies that are publicly listed, right? So in South Africa, we would be looking at companies that are publicly listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. The next one is your fixed income. So these are like bonds, right? Bonds basically is borrowing, investing into debt. So let's say, for instance, the South African government wants to build a bridge between Gauteng and Eastern Cape, right? And they don't have enough money to be able to invest in that bridge. They will raise what is called a bond through treasury. So basically, when you are investing into that, you are borrowing the South African government your money with a promise from them of an interest rate that they're going to pay you, plus the money, that the capital that you've actually invested. The next one is real estate. Of course, we know real estate is investing in any immovable property, right? So you can either invest through buying of property so that you can let it out, or you can invest into real estate investment trusts. These are big companies that form trusts that buy actual commercial buildings, like for instance Sandton City, and then you can buy pieces of those as units, and you will get paid from whatever income and profit that they make from that specific building. Or you can invest in commercial property companies through, again, buying equity into those companies. The next one I want to speak about is alternative assets. These are like things like collectibles, so your art. It would be like the non-traditional asset class that many of us like to invest in. So again, collectible stuff like art, classical cars, handbags. But also, if you look at the guys at Fed Group, what they've put on the table is investing into things like food. So they've got blueberries, moringa trees, bees. You can even invest into solar panels. So these are your alternatives. Then of course there's cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a digital asset. In fact, the FSCA and the South African Reserve, SARS, have actually declared it as a digital asset that one can invest into. The biggest ones that we do know, or the most popular rather, is your Ethereum and of course your Bitcoin. We've seen now also the USD Tether coming through and actually shaking the space of cryptocurrency. The next asset class that you could look at is commodities. Now, commodities is investing in things like your wheat, your flour, your rice, gold, oil. These are commodities that are largely used across the world. So they are moving products that people do buy and invest in. In fact, huge economies are investing into those types of commodities. The next one that I would like us to speak about is, of course, so cash. Let's do cash equivalents first. So cash equivalents will be investing into the money market. Basically, if you want to invest into the money market, you can do it through trading, Forex, or you could invest into actual money market funds, right? So for instance, on the Frank app, I invest into a money market account called the Alan Gray Money Market account. I think it's Alan Gray. But of course, even the banks themselves have their own money market accounts. So basically, you're investing into actual cash, right? So the money part of the market. The next asset class that I'd like us to speak about is